Hello everyone, it's Systemcollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Direwolf20. And in between episodes, I found some weird stuff, so let's go take a look there and get right to it. We'll get to actual stuff here in a second, but I just wanted to show you something here with the MeeCreeps. It's actually pretty funny. I'm gonna call him, spawn one, tell him to just idle a bit. Then I'm gonna throw a MeeCreep cube. He's actually gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna actually throw down a couple more. And they should all start picking up, and they start spawning more MeeCreeps in. It actually spirals out of control really quick. That's why I did a bunch. It sometimes happen with just one of them. So, yeah. You start getting a whole bunch of them. Let's do that. Kind of watch that. But anyway, you get a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch. Then I'm probably just going to do this really quick. And did I get enough of the skins? Sometimes you get a bunch of the skins. Sometimes you don't. So let's go here. You can see here, I got 4 of the skins. So that's neat, right? And one of them's actually holding a cube. And that's actually what I wanted. I'm hoping that this one is bugged, because they weren't all, but we'll see here in a second. There we go. Oh, it's doing it. Look at that. It's starting to just spawn MeeCreep cubes in a random spawn. I think that might have been where the MeeCreep was when he died. But they just keep spawning. You just get a fountain of MeeCreep cubes for no apparent reason. And if I spawn one in and just idle for a bit, of course, that's going to spiral out of control again. It's a vicious cycle. Let's go here. I want to actually, that is off. Okay, let's go here. And yeah, you can just also keep killing these guys. And if I don't blow them up, you can see I just keep getting skin after skin after skin after skin. The interaction between this and Morph is totally messed up. Totally messed up. They obviously have their own unique IDs. And, yeah, not a good thing. Anyway, let's do that. I'm going to report this as a bug, but I just thought I'd show it because I thought it was mentally hilarious. Oh, there we go. I need to deal with this, though, because it's going to spiral out of control. And I actually don't advise doing this. But I just wanted to show it because, well, MeeCreeps go insane. Anyway, that is that. And yeah, don't use that skin. If you get one of those skins like I did, don't use it. Because you'll probably destroy your world if you're not careful. With just spawning entities in the world. If you kind of didn't know what was happening, running around holding a cube. Oh, I'm still that skin, aren't I? I'm a total derp. Let's get rid of that. Because I'm going to destroy my world. There we go. There we go. I think I'm me. And it should stop. Anyway, that is that. I thought I'd just show it off because it was a funny little bug. We're actually going to throw away the bulk of these cubes. Only keep one. I just made the extra ones, kind of showed it off. I actually loaded those ones up in creative. I'll admit it. Because, well, I just showed off a bug. And I didn't want to do it in the test world. So, what are we going to do today? Well, today I think we're getting into ore processing. But before we do that, let's cover the little bit I did. I didn't do a ton here. I did move my miniaturization field up here in kind of the attic area. So that is the thing. I also have some little holes kind of coming down here because I'm going to be running cables up there for, future automation. So I have these dense cables here coming in these little, alcoves that I'm going to probably automate some machines in as well. Just a way to move around, AE channels. So that is pretty cool. Those are the dense ones. And so they are 32 channels each. And I don't know what happened to my Walia. Where'd Walia? I have no idea. I'll have to check that out later. I could check for one thing. If you go to top CFG, you can get into a menu for it. And no, everything's normal. You can move it around stuff too, which is cool. But it should be there. I don't know. I'll have to find out what happened. Anyway, probably hit a key. There's probably a hotkey for it. I don't need it this second. Anyway, we're going to go down here. I also kind of increased the size of my controller, so it's a pretty good size here. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. I also changed all of my ducts there, so they're all changed over to hardened, so they can actually move 4,000 RF. So I don't have any of the regular redstone flux ducts anymore, and that is the thing. And yeah, just moved my cables around, kind of gonna clean things up, and is a thing. What we're gonna get to though, I have a bunch of stuff here. We're gonna get into, like I said, ore processing. So since we have the void miner now, I want to start processing most of the ores automatically, not all of them. So I actually was going to do 6, that I decided I was only going to do this many. I can get to use these later on, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to set up 6 pulverizers and 6 redstone furnaces, I think. I should grab some of this cable as well, really quick, and kind of get this going. I'm probably just going to run it down here, kind of get that going. We're only going to need about 2 channels here anyway, so I just kind of need a way to get that over there. So I'm going to kind of use it AE. I'm not going to put this one into a cube because I may have to fine tune it, stuff like that. And just one of those things. I might, you know, want to start processing different stuff or just use the machine to process stuff as I'm working. And compact machine, I don't have teleport in and out. The compact machines are cool, but teleporting around constantly with things that you have to do a lot is actually a little bit stuff I don't want to do. So I'm going to take 3 pulverizers and put them right here. I'm going to take 3. I'm going to put them right here probably. Then I'm going to take the furnaces and probably put those right there. There we go. I'm going to reset all the sides on them because we don't need that. Bam, bam, and bam. And I can't remember if I made a red print. Red print kind of lets you copy settings of machines. So you can like set one, you can copy these settings, then paste them to another machine. I can't remember if I made one. Does not look like it. Let's go make a red print real quick so we can get those machines configured. Here, red print. One of these puppies here. There we go. You see there, use on device to copy the settings. I think you just use it again. And then you can shift right click in the air to kind of clear the settings. But let's get the cabling in so I know exactly what I'm setting up. Let's move that out. Let's grab single plated item duct. What is that one? Oh, fluid duct. I made those by mistake. That and hardened flux duct. There we go. So this is going to be how we wire them up. I'm going to run the power through the back of them. That was just decided. And then I'm probably going to put some hardened ones in between. Boom. I'm going to move that. Actually, I don't need a hardened one there. I probably only need a hardened one there because I don't care if the items kind of mix and mingle on this side. So let's do that. There we go. Guess right there. Then we're going to grab some of these item ducts. And I'm going to kind of have another channel kind of going this way. So one's going to be for inserting, one's going to be for exporting. It's going to be different. So on this side here, I'm going to import the items through the back here. So we're going to have to do some stuff. I did not mean to do that at all. Let's pretend that was on purpose. And I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's do that. Let's hold shift this time like a good fella. There we go. And run some cable. Grab some fluix. And bring that over here. There we go. Gonna want 2 crates because that's gonna be how I pipe items in. Actually, I only need 1 crate. Why do I think I need 2? Yeah, I only need 1. Where do I want to do it? Like right there. That's fine. Let's grab a export bus. There we go. For some reason, I thought I was gonna do 2. I have no idea what I was thinking. Obviously derping when I did my crafting. Let's go right here. Bam. Throw it right there. Oh, I know what we're doing too. Because we have too many ores. That's right. Let's grab that. Bam. And that. That makes sense. Because I think I identified about 16 or 17 that I wanted to process, right? So I figure, yeah, we'll just do it this way. I guess I could do 2 connections too. That would actually be a little cleaner in the long run. There we go. And save a crate. Save a crate. There we go. And there we go. You can cover these up too. There's an item you can make. What are they called? Structural. You can make covers out of these things here. So structural things. Yeah, you can apply one of these with any kind of block, and it actually creates cover. So it's just like the AE facades. So if you want to hide ducts, you can very easily. Anyway, that should handle that. We're going to need a servo on this one. So let's grab those. I'm gonna need all this stuff. So let's just grab it. There we go. And kind of get it going. Also get these all operated. There we go. And kind of get this figured out in my head. So these set of rows going to pull the items out when they're done. So I need to configure one of these machines. It's going to be pulling in from the back, right? So in from the back, out to the right, right? So we'll kind of do it like that. I'll grab our red print. Should be able to right click. It says red print pulverizer. And I can just right click. And they should be all configured right now. Awesome. Then these ones are going to be slightly different. So this one is going to be, again, input on the back. And it'll be output on the left, though. So let's do that. And clear it. Then right click. And just check them just to make sure. There you go. So that saves you a little time, a little work. That's pretty cool. And these ones here, I'm not going to need those connections, so I'm going to get rid of them. We're also going to run a line of cable right here. There we go. So when the items get pulled out, they're going to get moved up and over. And we're going to have to add a buffer chest in there somewhere, but we'll get to that in a bit. I just want to get this first side kind of set up first. And I'm just thinking here. So that all works. Maybe I should get the buffer chest in. The reason we're going to need a buffer chest is because we're going to be processing things like redstone and stuff like that. Also, gold has a byproduct of, say, cinnabar. Things like that will come up the system because they can't go through the redstone furnace, so they need to be pulled out at the point of the buffer chest. It's kind of the way I'm going to do it. And kind of cool. Buffer chest could probably just sit right there, right? That'd actually probably work just fine. Dead center. Boom. And that'll work. Okay. On this one here, we're going to put a retriever. Retriever, I mean, if we use servos, I need 6, right? But if I put a retriever, I only need 1. And doesn't really matter. Nearest first, fine. Now let's do round robin. That's fine. And that'll just pull items out when they are finally done and pulverized. This one here, we do not want a retriever, so let's actually pull that back. There we go. And we want a servo, so let's grab one of those. Throw that right here. And that's fine. This one I want on round robin, and that should be fine. So the items are going to get pumped out of this chest, put into all these machines. They're going to, you know, pulverize them down, and then they'll end up in this buffer chest, which is kind of the plan. This isn't going to be the actual power, but it's for temporary, so I can kind of get it started. So I'll just put that there. Not to power all 9 machines. And let's see if we can kind of sort out some of the stuff. Let's get rid of you and you. So I probably don't have enough room here. Did I already set up those ones? I didn't. So before I get rid of my red print, let's actually set up these ones. Whoops. So these ones are going to pull from the left. So they'll be input, input, and input. And then they're probably going to output through the back, right? And we'll just have to have a ender chest there to kind of gather up all the stuff when they're done. And I'm just thinking. The ender chest also needs to access this one and pull out all the other items. So kind of want it in the right spot so I can kind of do it cleanly. Where would be the best spot for this? Just kind of thinking. I guess we could do it right here. There we go. And then I only really need 1 connection. I do not need 2. So let's do that. This one will actually be a retriever as well. So we'll do that. Boom. Done. And this will just pull in the finished products. I do not need this connection here. So let's get rid of it. And because the item is going to be pulled out from the single limb on this side. I also need to check here. Oh, that's totally wrong. Why am I doing that? This side I don't need to worry about. This is the side I actually need to worry about. I'm doing it completely wrong. There we go. That'll work there. And we can kind of do that and set that to that. That'll work. The last thing we need to do for piping anyway is grab 2 more item duct and link back from here to here. I am going to have to break that connection. This one's going to pull out the things like redstone, coal, lapis, etc. and put that into the system and the couple byproducts that we're going to get. So probably coal dust. I think you get that from coal and a couple other things. But that should handle that. That should be all the piping. So that's cool. Now that we... Oops. I ended up totally in the wrong spot. And did I configure these yet? I keep talking about it and not doing it. Let's configure them back to output. Let's go shift right click. Right click, right click, right click. And they should be good now. Awesome. So they're all configured. I can finally get rid of that piece of paper. Let's actually get rid of most of the stuff right now. I am going to need those capacity cards. I might need you. You, I don't need you right now, or you. Okay. Let's go grab some of the ores. So the ores I'm going to want are going to be things that I need immediately. So stuff like redstone, definitely. Actually, let's do this different. Like that. Maybe, what's that one? Silver, yes. Coal, yes. What's that one? Iridium, no. Iridium's one of the byproducts. We'll give it as a byproduct anyway. But but it doesn't have a use, so no real use. I mean, it could be used as power, I think, for one of the generators. I think the numismatic from thermal, aluminum, iron, what's that one? Tin, definitely lead. These biome plenty ones, again, they could be used for power as well. I think it's the numismatic with a upgrade, which I don't know if I'm going to bother with or not. Actually, diamond I don't want. Diamond we're going to process a different way, because I think we'll get more out of it. Black quartz we might as well have. Let's see here, lapis for sure. What is that one? Well, that's a nickel. Some people are going to say, don't do nickel, it makes platinum. I get platinum from my void miner. You actually can't see it, but I have over 100 there. I'm not really worried about platinum anymore. Certus for sure. Charge for sure. Here we go. And that for sure. And that might be it for now, actually. I don't need zirconium or anything. I don't need uranium right away. I do not need yellorium. And if I'm missing something, I'm sure I'll sort it out. Oh, I didn't get copper, did I? Let's grab copper. There we go. And leave it at that. Okay. So let's go add capacity cards to these export bus. Right now they only have one slot. Add capacity. It's a 3x3. So that's cool. And I'm going to add it to both. Boom. And how many of these we have? 8. So I'm going to put 8 of the ores in each. So I'm just going to go across like that. And go down here and do the same thing. And that should start importing ores, I think. As long as I have it hooked up. I do. Okay. I am going to have to get speed upgrades in there. Is it? Well, this is annoying. I can't tell if it's online or not. Huh. It should be. Oh, and I finally found the problem. I actually don't. I kind of moved the cabling again. And this is actually not hooked up right now to the system, which is kind of funny. But at the same time, didn't really matter. Let's grab a piece of cable and get that hooked in. Totally derping. Bam. There we go. Now things should start importing, right? There we go. It's going to automatically start going to machines, getting distributed, which is absolutely fine. Right? And start getting ground down as well. Awesome. Okay. And the finished products should end up here, right? I don't have anything there, so it can't end up anywhere, I think. Where are items going? That's actually bad. Let's turn you off. There we go. I want you off. Put you on high, because I need to set a filter for this one. I've got things locked up in the pipes now, like a total derp. Just kind of watching things here. Oh, that connection's got to go up there. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So that connection cannot be there. They're just going to link the ores around in a circle, and that's not going to help us. And that should be everything there. Okay, so we should start getting items in here. I just get the ores back into the crates. There we go. Let's get all these in here. They'll slowly get processed. Oops. Oh, I just totally messed up that machine, didn't I? There we go. What? I don't understand what's happening here. Oh, my goodness. I am such a derp. So I probably have 2 connections here. I didn't even think of that. The connections in between. I did break that one, okay. Oh, it's because I don't have flux duct there. I get it. Okay. Now it should be finally working, right? Yes, okay. Totally derping. It's all good. It happens. Go here. Bam. And boom. I kind of wanted to do this with flux ducts. I was thinking about doing it with XNet. Not the flux ducts, but the thermal ducts. I was thinking about doing it with XNet, but at the same time, I was just like, what's it matter? We got to get our ores that are stuck back out of there. If you ever have that red symbol on one of your either retrievers or servos, it just means an item's stuck in there. Just whack it with a crescent wrench, and they'll come out flying at you. Anyway, I think everything's working now. Oh, stop that. There we go. Everything should be getting auto-processed, right? There we go. I don't understand why these machines aren't getting items. What is going on there? Oh, because I set them wrong. Well, that's totally derpy. That, and that'll be input, right? Let's grab our red print. So I'm done derping. No promises. We're going to set the filter here. So we're going to grab stuff like lapis, redstone, crushed, lapis, Sulfur for sure. Pulverized lead. Oh, pulverized lead I don't want. Certus for sure. And I'll just start filling out this little thing here. There we go. Start filtering it. We're going to turn it to a white list. And start pumping it back in. And those items should start moving. Now that I have filter in there, I can turn it on. That's going to start pulling that stuff out. And then I can identify what we actually need to deal with. Go. That's one of them for sure. Pretty sweet. And we shouldn't have anything going through here yet, because I haven't actually added the filter, which is fine. But everything's getting processed up. I'll slowly identify things that get caught in here, and that's fine. I'm probably going to let this run for a few minutes, because I am going to keep running into byproducts. And I need to kind of sort them all out before we kind of move on. Otherwise, I'm going to make a big mess for myself. What is giving me platinum? Oh, just from, just from processing nickel, you sometimes get it as a byproduct. Kind of forget about that. And, yeah, I'm going to let this run for a couple minutes. Then I guess I'll turn on the smelting once I think I have all the byproducts. Because I know some of these can be smelted up, right? And I don't want them. So, yeah, I'll be back in a few. And okay, I think I got everything sorted now. I think everything's gone through there. That all the byproducts I need to worry about are done. Except for one. I haven't seen Cinnabar yet. One thing I noticed that I did wrong, and you might want to watch out for, is I put charged Certus in the filter. And if you remember in a previous episode, we found out that charged Certus, actually, if you put it through a pulverizer, you don't get charged Certus out. You just get regular Certus. So, yeah, I removed that from the filter. I'm going to have to process that in a different way. But, yeah, just thought I'd let you know. So, yeah, don't mess things up. But I think I'm ready to turn this on. I guess we just need one more servo. We actually might need two more. Not a big deal, though. Grab that. Throw that there. Set this one to round robin. And turn it on, right? So, there we go. And that should start smelting stuff, right? Awesome. Sweet. I will have to speed these machines up, but no big rush. I don't even know if they're running at max power. Yes, they are right now. So, even just with this is actually max powering them. Once I add coils, though, that's going to become a problem. Coils for this is going to cost me close to 100 gold, though. I could probably afford it, but not a big deal. And iridium's going to need a home. Stuff like that. I've been just finding things homes, too, because some of the stuff didn't have it. But especially the byproducts. So I need to add the, like, what was it? Like, the crushed coal and the sulfur. Oh, I had sulfur. Is it just backed up? Is that a problem? No. This is one. Oh, it has a void upgrade. What is this one then? That is sulfur, right? Why was it sitting in the chest then? I'll sort that out later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But I think that's going to handle ore processing right there. So I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. It's not going to get backed up. It's actually going to probably... These redstone furnaces are quite a bit faster than these pulverizers by default. So should be able to keep up. It'll get through the bat log. It'll get to the point where it's barely running anyway. Because that void miner is only so fast, right? But looks like it is handling everything. And nothing is getting stuck in my ender chest. Oh, except for that. There we go. Why is sulfur getting stuck? I'm very confused. Oh, is the stuff just coming in too fast right now? I think that's all it is. It is too. Okay, we won't worry about it. It'll finally get caught up once these ores kind of get processed. I may have to, if I'm going to continue to use these ducts to pump things into my system, I may have to add a second chest or something, or at least a second connection to kind of speed up items being pulled out of the ender chest, because I'm noticing it's getting backed up. This is actually the second time. If I turned on my mob farm right now, which is actually off, the blazes are running, but the regular mob farm's off, it'd probably totally get backed up right now. Something to think about. And okay, now that I've taken care of processing for now, we'll deal with diamonds and emeralds probably the next episode. But for now, I want to get to setting up auto crafting tower, which is something we need really bad. So we're going to need molecular assemblers, and we're going to need interfaces. So I think I identified we were going to need 16 recipes of that. I haven't actually grabbed the fluix yet. Let's go grab that. I did process some of it, I think. Right there. That jazz. I don't need that. Anyway, we'll throw that in the system, get this done. And that way I can actually start moving ahead and actually, getting with the automation of this stuff. I already made the logic circuits and all that jazz. I didn't want to have to wait for it. I don't like making people wait for stuff that I've already done before. So anyway, we'll do that. We'll just throw them in the system. I already had it right there. I'm going to need 8 interfaces for my kind of setup. That's how I usually do it. I'm going to end up with probably about 32. Usually the way I do it. Anyway, do that and grab, what is the other thing? So molecular assemblers. There we go. So the interfaces are just going to pump the items into the molecular assemblers. The molecular assemblers actually do the crafting. So these hold the recipes and tell the items where to go, and these just make the items, then automatically pump the items back into the interfaces and do the crafting. So it does all the kind of 3x3 crafting grid stuff, which is what they're for. Let's grab 8 of those, I guess. There we go. And grab 8 of these, and we should be good to go. Oh, why am I one short? I'm short a little bit of quartz glass. Are you serious? Do I have quartz dust? I only ground down so much. I did make enough. Okay, good. Bam. There we go. And finally, there we go. We're good to go now. And that should be sweet. So where I'm going to keep these is probably just up in the roof. That space I made there. Just kind of place to put them. Kind of keep them out of the way. Because I do like being able to access them, but you don't really need them directly around you. Because you can just make the interface terminal, which I have already made, and kind of put in the recipes that way. You just really need access to them to put speed in them and maybe move around the recipes to make them more efficient. The way I usually do it is kind of like this. So I kind of do a checkerboard in a 2x4. Well, 2x2x4, I guess. Kind of like this. And I'll explain why in a second. I know different people use different ways. I see people do like 4x4s and stuff like that. I like this way. So when you do it like this, you can see this interface here is actually touching 3 molecular assemblers. So when it gets a recipe, it can move it to any 3 of these molecular assemblers. These ones here, the next one's up, so the ones in the middle can actually touch 4. So that is more than enough for the majority of recipes, unless you're playing like an export pack where the recipes are just ridiculous, to have the molecular assemblers be able to touch enough interfaces, right, to be able to do all the recipes that they need. So yeah, anyway, it just kind of speeds it up a little, but at the same time, like, you don't want it just touching one molecular assembler, because some recipes will take forever. So the more options it has and the more coprocessors you have, the faster this go, because every time you have a coprocessor, it can do more recipes at a time. So that is kind of how that works, and I'll be making more coprocessors as we go for our CPUs. But I only have 2 CPUs. These just hold the recipes, but we don't have to put them in here, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can add speed upgrades to the molecular assemblers, and it does make them a lot faster. It's definitely something we want to do. I do not have enough sugarcane yet, but definitely something we're going to get to at some point. And we can go back down now. Probably make a recipe here. Let's go to, I think, over here. I think this one has my patterns, right? Let's go here. And usually the very first one I make for any time I play it back, very first recipe I do is the pattern, right? So let's do that. Let's actually make some more of these too, because I know I'm short. And I want to make sure for this one, actually go back. Where's that recipe? Right here. Bam. If you mess up a recipe, you can fix it just by putting it back in here. And I saw that I messed it up. Pure Certus, I actually don't want to use, so let's actually just use regular Certus. Otherwise, it's going to take an extra step. The system's going to try to automatically make Pure Certus, and, well, we don't need it. So let's just do regular. Bam. You have this option here, too. This one is for ore diction. So if I ore dict this, it would try to use Certus or Pure Certus. It would try to grab one of them from the system, and sometimes it's not the order that you would like it to be in. Some recipes, it doesn't matter. Other ones, it does. So I'm just going to leave it off this recipe because there's no good reason to have it on. And that's good. Over here, I have the interface terminal. This just holds all your recipes for all your machines. Down here, we got all our molecular assemblers. It says we have 8 of them. So we got a good amount of recipe space. That's 8 times 9. And I'll actually do 3 more of those towers at least. So yeah, 8 times 9 times 4. That's a lot of recipes. And for a pack like this, it should be completely fine. Oh, I was wondering why it looked like a pattern. I forgot we made a pattern. But anyway, we should be able to craft that up really easy now. So if I go here, go there, tilt the craft up, maybe 5 of those, click start. We should have all our patterns. There we go. We got 8 of them, just like that. So anytime I want to make patterns, now I can. And anytime I want to make any recipes, I can do that as well. I just need to keep up on quartz glass for the patterns, I guess. And moving forward, pretty much anytime I create anything, you know, that I make a lot of, I'm going to be doing this, right? I'm also going to probably automate, well, definitely automate things like quartz glass and other machines, but that's going to be in future episodes. We might start in on that tomorrow on some of those resources, get some furnaces furnaces automated, and some other pulverizers for specific materials, things like that, and probably our ore processor as well from Industrial Forgoing. Just different things, because I got to get these automated too, because we actually have a good amount of diamonds. Yeah, right there. It's driving me crazy. I don't have my whaley out right now, but I'll worry about that later. And I think that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. I mean, we did pretty good. We messed around with MeeCreeps, and we got our ore processing, and we can actually start making, you know, proper amount of recipes for automation. So that is awesome. So I'm going to end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.